turn to Sir Geoffrey Dow, because Sir Geoffrey has been responsible for drafting quite a lot of constitutions.
Thank you. Every constitution is different, every country is different. And I mentioned the notion of humility earlier. Any advisor must be very careful of imposing his own solutions. On the other hand, there is also the notion of arrogance. I don't think any of us must be so arrogant as to think that we cannot learn from other places. I think the South African constitution was a good example. There they had, like Libya now, unlike Bahrain is a very different situation, for example. But in Libya there is the opportunity of a clean slate. It's a marvelous opportunity. Ultimately, it must be the people themselves and all the people who, not too quickly perhaps, must devise both institutions and talk about what institutions are best able of having application and at the same time bringing about cultural change. But South Africa was a good example because they consulted widely and they consulted internationally. They looked at what other countries do, but they also looked at what other countries have done in the past and warned should not be done in the future or would not sit comfortably on the South African soil. And there is a great deal of international experience, and there are all kinds of opportunities these days to exchange information in forums such as these, and through documents from the Council of Europe, from the United Nations, and so on. We've gone through the mill of a transition in the past, and therefore can provide lessons. A country like Bahrain is somewhat different, as has been said. Some of the reforms have begun earlier. There was an international inquiry of great standing, which reported in November, made a number of recommendations, which have been accepted by the King of Bahrain with great credit. The question there now is somewhat different. Countries are different. It's a question of drilling down those elements of the rule of law, bringing about the cultural change through the kind of exchange that I've mentioned, which will allow the kind of application of the Constitution that so many of the speakers have so impressively discussed today.